Hi, I'm Mindy with Henley Handmade. I naturally dye yarn for fiber artists so they can create mindfully. And today I'm here in my garden doing a little behind the scenes. If you have missed any of this series, you can go back and watch all of my adventures in gardening videos. I have a few up there now, quite a few up there now, actually. So basically I'm just recording the progress of my garden, which I use for my dye plants for my yarn business, as well as growing produce for my family to eat. And this year I am planning my biggest garden yet. I'm super excited about it, but here in Central Oregon it's still a little early to have too much in the ground, and because I don't have a greenhouse. So I only have a few things planted at this moment, but I'm very excited about getting my dye plants in the ground. It'll probably be a few more weeks before I can do that. It's beginning of May right now, and typically our last frost is end of May, beginning of June. So I have some seedlings started inside my house. I have lots of tomatoes and a few other things inside, but I can't put them out in the ground yet. My funny story of the week. We did dip down into the 20s a couple of mornings in this past week, and as I've mentioned probably too many times, we get a lot of wind here, a lot of wind. And one night, in my frustration of trying to get my plants covered with the plastic cover that I have for them, the wind was just fighting me so much that I ended up using food cans, used food cans that that were washed out, and I just put a food can over each of my little sunflower plants. And you know what? That's been working so well that I haven't even gone back to the plastic because it's really quick. It's super quick. So use what you've got, and you know what? Sometimes it works. Let me take you around the garden to show you some updates. Here's my wildflower bed. It still is covered with grass along the outsides, but you can see that there are a lot of plants growing inside now, and to be honest, I'm not entirely sure which are plants and which are weeds, so I'm kind of leaving it alone for the time being, although I will get in there this week and pull the grass out. And you will see, as I mentioned last week, the seeds that I planted in this soil from the bag are doing really well, and the seedlings that I planted in all of that area are not exactly thriving. And I have a theory on that, actually. I just learned, as I take you around to the other side of my garden, I just learned that my soil is insanely dry. I did try to transplant some lettuce seedlings out this week, but the timing was really bad and we had a big storm and then followed by a freeze, so they didn't work out. But here are my sunflowers. They're looking pretty good considering they're such a warm weather thriver. I'm quite happy that I've been able to keep them alive, and yeah, I still need to thin them out. Very happy about that. Some of those sunflowers I will use for dyeing, and some of them are just merely to attract pollinators and be beautiful. And look at my cute little peas now. It's probably hard to see, but you know, they're getting to be about 3 inches tall, maybe, some of them. There's my snow peas over here. So what I was saying about my dirt, this is the bed that I tried to plant my lettuce in. Notice there's no lettuce. The dirt is so dry that it just kind of repels the water. So, and this is the dirt that we brought in a while ago to fill all the new beds with. So this bed is completely new dirt here, and this is where I planted my lettuce. So they kind of didn't stand a chance from the beginning. A lot of things were lining up against them.
I'm not too concerned about it though, because I should be able to get some growing soon. But what has made me realize is all the beds that I put this new dirt in need some serious soaking with the water hose. So luckily I have a 2.5-year-old, actually almost 3-year-old, who loves to water, so I may stick him on that, or I may just pull out my soaker hoses. So that's all I have today. These are my little strawberries over here. There's been a few flowers here and there on the plants, so we'll see if those survive the cold. I've had these in the ground for a few years now, so I'm not too worried about them. They're pretty hardy. So that's it for today. I'll be back next week with another update. Bye!